What is good, y'all? It is your boy Coltrane back with another video, and today, yeah, that's right, you guys are not seeing you, not reading the title. It is the continuation of LA Noire, the remastered version for PS4. One of my favorite games I'm playing right now. Walkthrough number part 10. It is Device Dest. It is the Naked City. Yeah, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. LA Noire is back after taking a 2-week break. We're back with it today. Let's get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. We have the Vice case, the Naked City. Before we get started, I want to thank everybody that showed up to my Last of Us stream. Shout outs to YKJ for the one giving me some tips during the stream about what to do when we played The Last of Us, man. I want to thank everybody for showing up. It was very, very supportive, and you guys killed that stream. 17 views, and I didn't even promote that thing, even like I did with my previous streams. Thank you so much for that. And I want to kill this one too. I want at least 20 views in this one, man. I want you guys to hit that like button. You guys need to hit that subscription button. Comment down below what your favorite part is. You know, it's almost Assassin's Creed time, man. We got 7 cases left in this game, and then whichever one we finish first, if GTA 5 finishes first, or LA Noire, Assassin's Creed will take their spot. Assassin's Creed has not been open yet, but we'll be playing that. I want to shoot for late February this year, this month. I want to finish this game up as quickly as possible, and I might could get it done too. Lost Legacy is almost done too. We will be playing that tomorrow again, and that'll be the last time we play that until Sunday. So I want to get some of these games done. So you guys probably will be seeing more GTA 5 parts over the next couple weeks. And more of this, obviously. But that's enough for me talking. Thank you guys so much for that support. Shout out to YKJ. Shout out to Haha Delvin, aka Delvin01. Shout out to Card11 Hooper. That you guys go subscribe to those fine people right there. And also finally Bryce NBA on his YouTube channel, which is aka DJ Da for his YouTube channel. Thanks. Shout out to all of them. I want to bring back the online series for WWE 2K18. Might be playing with him today. After we wrap everything up to the channel there. I'm not gonna be on here a lot today, but I will be on here a good bit today with some videos as we have a chill out Monday. Tomorrow is Mardi Gras. Hope you guys are coming. You guys are coming to New Orleans, or you doing whatever for Mardi Gras. I hope you all have safe trips, and let's get right into the video. Let's get it. Oh my goodness, man! What a day and what a night it is gonna be for me. Thank everybody for joining me. Appreciate the support. Make sure you guys can hear me. Thank everybody for joining me. Appreciate the support. Make sure you guys can hear me. Alright, guys can hear me. Alrighty, and let's get into the next
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Our captain does not like Roy. He really does not like Roy. Oh, so good to be back, Cole. So good to be back. Let's get it. I'm ready. Do you have any new outfits?
What's with that getup of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
I really hope you're joking for real. Boy, that's not funny at all. It really was not funny. So good to be back, and it's Homicide, man. Finished up Homicide, now we're into Advice. Loving it. That's a beeping sound. My smoke detector is battery dead. So bear that in mind. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we get that fixed by later on today. So you guys should be hearing that beeping sound more than likely in these slower games that I'm playing today, like GTA. And this game and the 2K18, that would actually not be a problem.
You're behind the wheel.
Unless when I stop commentating. So bear in mind with that. I'm gonna bear in mind with that. for all of my videos today, so hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it stops after
You
this.
seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Yeah,
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of LA forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump.
What deal?
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Jeez. Two people getting cremated at the end of the month? That's crazy. Very, very intriguing, man. Let's get to the murder scene. Let's go.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Alright, let's go. Wait. Missing something. What's in here? Well.
Mal will be pleased.
Smart.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
Pretty sure it will. Interesting. Let's go. Alright, let's go ahead to this murder scene. And I thought we really did bust all of the
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here.
Okay.
Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Alright, let's do it. Bukowski made homicide, man. I remember we had did him on track.
Phelps?
Mal,
Awesome.
we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs.
Okay.
The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I took a look?
Be my guest.
Drowned.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
She has prints on her. She's not
The
drowning.
neck is bruised pretty badly.
Yeah, she's bruised. Yeah, I think we have a theory of a murder. Look at this. She's bruised. Why would she be bruised if she drowned? Somebody hit her.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Black sapphire. Okay. Yeah, she was bruised pretty badly here, so. But what I'm thinking, either one person must have assaulted her, and then one person must have threw her in the bathtub. I want to look at the pills. No, I don't want. I want the pills.
Just when I think I've seen it all.
missing something? Okay, look at the ring. I want the pills. I want to look at the pills, but okay. Let's move on then, since she doesn't want to move. Aggravating more easy pills. Somebody was here.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
There we go.
Looks like barbiturates.
Yep.
Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Wait, something else? Wait. I missed something.
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Oh yeah. A good-looking corpse.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
You gotta have a note in them. Some people should take a.
There's been a modeling assignment.
Yeah. Go figure. Surely was.
It's a place to start. Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Nothing there. You're missing something.
Optimistic, Cole.
Sloppy, Phelps. I'd take another look if I was you.
She was bruised. I don't know. Oh, look.
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her.
I figured.
Put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the Surretts. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought Surretts and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Yep.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Really?
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julie was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
You've seen the pillbox, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
The jacket.
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't like to tell tales, you understand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
Okay.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
That's a lie.
Mrs. Reynoldson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson.
Yeah,
You've been very
not the way it
helpful.
turned out.
One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
I think our work is done here.
Yeah, I think our work is finished too. What is you guys? How you guys doing? You just joined me?
Stefan,
Hello,
Rusty,
everybody
we'll
in the
take a look
chat.
around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Okay. How you guys? I'm sorry, 'cause I was really interrupted by Cole Phelps.
Do you think
How you
Carruthers
guys
called it
doing,
right?
In the chat?
rarely
You guys
gets it
for joining
wrong.
Me? You guys are
I don't know.
the like button. Subscribe to the
I'm
channel.
a
Share it with
Galloway.
your friends.
I've met enough
If this
girls
video
in my
is
time
about
who can't handle their
15
dope.
views, I will do the next part probably a little bit earlier than expected. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you, appreciate it. I can't see the chat right now, so bear with me if you guys put something. I'm just gonna say what's up to everybody in the chat. You guys ask me a question, I will try to answer it as quickly as I can. I don't see the chat right now, so let's get to the Stoneman's practice. The doctor gave her prescription drugs with sleeping pills. Yeah, that's a bad combination. We're driving. Yeah.
Next left.
I want to drive in this game. I love driving.
Straight over the next intersection.
So
Bukowski, Galloway,
also,
quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Any unit in the vicinity of 211 in progress at 3rd and Union. Stand by for further unit to handle identify.
It's already long.
Make a right turn.
Like an hour long. And then I have to do.
Keep going straight.
Left turn. And then I have to do another thing. 30 minutes from area, so I don't have time. Yeah. That's 5 experience. We ranked 16. I think the highest you can get is 22. We kind of messed up a couple times, so we should be ranked almost 18th, but we're 16th because we messed up a couple times. So, what's that? This dude find? What's his name is? Stoneman's practice, whatever his name is. Let's go here real quick. See what he has to say. I really want to have a chat with this one. Nice little practice, a little elevator and everything. Right the hell was in the 40s.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
You guys don't though. It's 505 at the end.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Roy is such a savage in this game. He doesn't care what he says. He's great. He's hilarious. Okay, this is 505 right here. Couldn't see.
Yes, sir. Your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
Ooh, Lord.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Go ahead somewhere, little boy. I don't care about you.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Oh, we won't. We just we got a few questions for you, that's all.
How well did you know Ms. Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Really?
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
No, I don't have access to your patient records. It's just that, you see, she had a little prescription.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know.
Yeah, obviously.
She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine?
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Okay.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Come on, man.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved
you knew her more than we knew.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
I don't like the Stoneman dude. We have enough evidence for him, though. We really can't charge him or nothing, unfortunately. Back down the elevator. I think he knows more than what he's telling us. We need more evidence, though.
The old boy is lying.
Yeah.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Cause he knew her more than we thought he did. At least I can see that.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Let's head to this dress store.
Where are we going?
Apparently Miss Randall worked here or something like that, they said. The housekeeper said that she worked here, so...
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he has a point by that one. Alright, the dress store. Let's go in here. Nice place to work for a fashion girl.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Oh, she had a shock reaction to that.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses.
Really?
The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
She was hitting on somebody?
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much.
Yeah, that's kind of...
Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it?
Really?
Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
Henry? Oh, really? The Henry that we seen... that we found his jacket?
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
That looks familiar.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Henry is your beau.
Figured.
Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
Yeah.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Oof. It's tough.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Well, I think Henry and Henderson was the same person.
Are there any messages for me?
We'll see about this
Yes,
one.
Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing. Fine. Where are we headed?
So let's go to Miles to confirm my theory.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
That's funny. Like and subscribe. Simple. That was funny. I like that one. Let's see. Hollywood Receiving Hospital. 3:06 p.m. Maybe our two women, two person theory might work out. Wait, where's this clown? Okay. Here he is.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
Oh, what's this about?
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers.
Okay.
Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Really? So we got 2.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
So you're telling me that our killer is sitting next
Carruthers.
to the
Yeah,
victim?
he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
All right,
Sure,
boys,
Mal.
I gotta
Thanks
take a
for the
phone call.
lead. What are we waiting for? Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Had to take me a phone call. So we're back. We back. So where we last at though? Now we had to go to we gotta go get our Perpin interview too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody that I shouted out. Thank you earlier in the video. I hope you guys go subscribe to them. They're great people. Good people, by the way. And I appreciate y'all for watching.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Interview 2. I keep forgetting where's interview 2. Ooh. Interview 2 is this one. That's...
I want to make homicide.
This is room 1.
You know you made
so
it
I
if you
think
get that
room 2 is
desk.
further down.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Alright. Got it. Wait, hold on, y'all. I can think of it. I should really get better with this.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Terrible news, huh? Yeah. So I think Mr. Arnett has something to do with this, in my opinion. And I'm about to back this up. You guys watch this. Because I think he had to have something to do with it.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Vaguely.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
Oh, you got no filter.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
That's crazy.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Mr.
Could have
Henderson?
been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
That's a lie.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson.
You know who
I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Okay, so if you didn't know her, then why
That's
did you
funny.
keep her said?
Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she
Who
could get
doesn't
something
want
from this
money?
guy.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. You think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder,
right?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Bronco, give me a hand. I got a mark.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Whoa, that was a lie.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
No.
He's in that car at the
light
lights
last night, so you're mad at me. Tell us why. I believe we're halfway.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse?
Ridiculous.
Actually, maybe you don't.
No, that's not funny. Why would you lie about being in the Marines? That's not funny. This clown face isn't He thinks he's hilarious. Oh, crap.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Cole, come on. He's Arnett. I seen that coming a mile away. Of course he was gonna lie to us. Why wouldn't he lie to us? Gotta do better than that, Cole. Too close. Now, where are you taking us, Henry? Man, I got up early just to do this because I didn't do this yesterday.
Damn it, we got pinged. He's off, quick.
Oh, crap. I was going to get I got a little too close, y'all. My fault. But yeah. I was supposed to stream it yesterday. But that was the plan, but we had to push it back because we had to play Last of Us first. And I didn't want to stream The Last of Us before this, and there's a lot of stuff happened. So yeah.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
No, I have to restart it all over again now. Sucks.
He's in that car at the lights.
Ow.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Sorry. Not my fault.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
I told you I was going to stream today. I have 3 streams today. I told you guys that. I have a WWE 2K18 Universe Mode stream today. And then also I have another thing to do today. Then I need to work on my college stuff today. Well, I got to do 2 assessments today. So I have a lot of stuff to do today. So I don't know what my time to hold. Not know.
Whoa, back off before we get made.
Mama said I can do what I gotta do and make sure everything's done by the time she gets home. So I'm gonna do that.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Come on, Henry.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Now he got cold. Now he got cold bad now. I don't think I could text him.
Careful, we'll get spotted at this distance. Spooked him. Back into traffic, Phelps, now.
Oh my goodness. I was so close.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Can we skip this?
Because we're giving him a couple...
Please. Shift
Minutes before we
this.
start
Oh my
tailing.
god.
Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Let's try this again.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Too close, Phelps. Way too close.
Hold on, people. Hold on. Alright. Got that out of the way. Oh my god, if I get caught again, I'm sick of this. I'm gonna skip.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
This is aggravating. I can't type. I can't talk in. Ivory didn't get out the way. Aggravating. I still gotta do my 2K18 Universal before, but I gotta do other stuff. So I need to get this done. Anyway, where are you taking me? I wanna wrap this case up.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
What's up? We're done with this by 12 o'clock, so we'll wrap this up. This might go with my schedule. No mother. Really? Stupid idiot.
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Crap.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
That case with the lady cut up like medallion.
Dang it. I got to do that too. Shoot. Be busy today and tomorrow. I gotta read a book. Come on. Yeah, this chase is aggravating the crap out of me, guys. He's aggravating.
He needs money and fast.
Oh my God.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Ha! Damn.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
see me. Oh.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
I skip this, please. I'm just aggravating me. Yes, thank you, because it's aggravating me.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
In Mexico City tomorrow? Really not.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
Dang.
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Wait, let's get this. That trail was aggravating the crap out of me.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to Hollywood Station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood Ninth Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks.
Solved the big case and got promoted?
Alright, so we're about to go ahead to Hollywood Police
You can drive.
Station.
All right, where to?
That's right. Hollywood Police Station. No, I want to check out the Night Beat first. This Wallace character.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems.
Right. Henry's looking more guilty by the second. But who helped him though? Hopefully this cop tells us who helped him.
Give him a hand. Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Let's get him.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Oh, crap. Through the wall.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Your move, mister. Oh, yeah.
They're pretty brave for a dead man.
Find some goddamn cover. Find some cover.
Go all day. Good night. His button's flamed. Cease and desist. Done.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Wait, could that
You're
be
suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
Or Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
He could be our perp.
We caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
The guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town. Tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Our net is a cad.
Earrings, pearl earrings. Look at that one. There it is.
It's here.
Beverly?
Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
So the cigarette case was reported missing. Interesting. Wait, are we supposed to be going talk to this dude, right? I headed to the Evanston residence. Let's look at the Evanston residence. I don't know. That makes more sense. I'm not driving you. You're driving me. What the heck? What are you doing? This has just been a lot.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
A lot of stuff going on, man. I don't know if how I'm gonna do this game next part.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
Take them compliments. Jesus Christ, man. I don't know if I can stream this game right now because you know I need both of my devices. I don't have both of my devices right now. I'm using one to look at the chat, one to text. It's a lot.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man, if you are returning 43 pieces of my property?
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Somebody's pulling up.
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
It's not worth $25,000.
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
Okay.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Oh, come on. I want more details.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You've only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Mother?
Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, Mother and Father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Yes, let's go do that. Let's go.
We need to get to Arnett's apartment. He's the key to all of this. We need to get to Arnett's apartment. He's the key to all of this.
I'm ready.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it. We need to get to Arnett's apartment. He's the key to all of this.
Take the next right turn. This seems like a good time for the siren, don't you think? Straight on. Keep going straight. Straight on.
Keep heading straight. Dude, that's Randall.
Take the next left.
He is a buff guy, that's the thing. But why would Arnett want to kill Randall, though?
Straight ahead.
Julia, though. I don't think I understand. Maybe his wife got jealous and wanted her dead?
Straight over.
That could be something.
Keep going straight. Straight over.
Take the next right.
Straight ahead.
That's the thing I want to clear up.
Stay straight on this road.
And he paid somebody to kill her.
Take the next left turn.
Crazy. They must be partners.
Go straight. Go straight through.
Stop.
Keep going straight. Straight through the intersection. Stay straight on this road.
Go right just now. Straight through the next intersection.
Spontaneous. Arnett. Sorry.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Thank you. Boink. The second time in the elevator.
Isn't this just nice and awkward?
There's an elevator in this game. Let's go find apartment 30. Right here. Bang! Whoa!
Stop! LAPD!
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put your hands in the air!
Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. He always runs.
Give it up! LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
Careful, 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 don't leave him. One side. Watch it! Oh!
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
Dang.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Well, yeah, nigga. One-way ticket, huh?
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
Very expensive watch you got there.
Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Really? Who you really buying?
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
We got everything.
You're lying, Henry.
Come on, Henry. Tell me the truth.
How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
This cigarette case.
Because you pawned a Fabergé cigarette case today for $600. A case that is on a list of stolen items.
It was Julia's idea. Get a list of society parties, and find out where and when, and then have the guests burgled. Julia was desperate for money. No matter how much we made, she always wanted more.
Wow. Don't Julia?
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
Why they killed them?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life.
Yeah, Reed and LeBlanc
She'd
killed
marry
them.
Heather, she'd have it. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
If you had anything to do with Julia's death, then Why do you
Have you told Miss Swanson that you're leaving for Mexico City tomorrow night? That it's a one-way ticket?
Henry? Tell me it isn't true.
I had no choice. I wanted to marry Heather. I told Julia I wanted out, and she laughed in my face. I had to pay Willie and Jimmy a fortune to do her, and now I'm completely broke.
What you are, Buster, is under arrest.
Thank you for confessing.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Another lie.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Yes, there is a list of it. It's a contraband list. Remember the list that we found? It's the stolen goods from all 12 months.
Your first burglary was a Dr. Harold Stoneman. You want to explain how he is involved, or shall I?
Henderson is Stoneman. He was crazy about Julia. She could get
figured
him to
it.
do whatever she wished.
No wonder he lied
He
to
threw
us.
the parties, and we arranged the burglaries. Julia never let him touch her. She just kept him hanging on the promise. Drove the good doctor almost insane.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Yeah, we know he's strong. He's Strowman now. We're gonna pick Stoneman up next. You're still gonna jail for your involvement in the murder. You paid them, so yeah, you're the one that caused them.
Seems like a decent guy.
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
Set back to Stoneman's practice. Stoneman's practice. Roy called him. We really gonna do this? We really gonna do this? Come on, Roy.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Maybe you could take it next time. Talk about me. I'm cold, fellas. Cold. Yeah, I think I think the doctor was the organizer of this. He planned everything. I'm about to go find out right now. I already know what room it is. Let's go. Third time riding the elevator in one case. That's the most we did all game. Keep a tally of that, folks.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better.
Let's wrap this up. No need to go too. Let's go.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urged you with obstruction of justice.
Dang.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. You know that I loved her.
Yeah, we knew that.
I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Wow.
The practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife, or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Let's do it.
What have I done?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Didn't see that coming.
Goodness gracious, he killed himself.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Oh my god.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way.
We got him. Let's go.
We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Let's get it done. Jesus.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredibly beautiful.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Oh, good.
I want to see.
Come on, I got friends who work at the Examiner. How about $50?
This is a crime scene. All of you move along.
Goodbye.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
Advice?
We have Reed's address. Let's roll on it.
Move along, people.
You're behind the wheel.
Let's go get Willie. The Broadway Hollywood.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this, the kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
That guy was shaking his head.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Is that him?
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Yeah, Roy, come gonna follow him this time. Yeah, we got Roy in the case now. Let's get it. Oh, let's go. We're losing. I don't know where you went. Window. What's that?
He's got to be around here somewhere. No place.
Good night. Ooh.
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
8 million stories. That's crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're finished thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Julia Randall lived fast and died young, sending 1 man to jail and 3 to the morgue. Crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Share it around to your friends. Noire is back in full effect. See you guys in the next stream. Peace. We'll to 1,000 subscribers. Remember to be glorious. Glorious! At everything you do. Peace. My phone's about to go die. But on the charger. About to go take a lunch break. See you guys for the WWE 2K18 Universe Most Stream Main Event Episode 43. Let's get it!